You mentioned you had cancer.
Yeah.
And you seem like a very young guy.
Yeah, I'm 25, about to be 26 in next month. I mean, next week. Yeah.
And you seem pretty happy, so I'm assuming you beat cancer.
Yeah.
Explain. How old were you? How did you find out? Give me the whole story. Take it from the top.
Okay.
These are video terms you would know.
All right. Give me a minute. Okay, I found out I had cancer when I was like 23, 24.
How?
It was a big lump under my arm, like the size of a baseball, and it was just hurting. And I ignored it for like, I told the doctors 3 months, but I really ignored it for like 9 months.
It was under your armpit?
Yeah, I just thought, cause I was losing like a lot of weight, and I just thought it was like, oh, it's probably just some, you know, some pre-fat loss. So you know, I was just thinking stupid. Then it started to hurt real bad, so I went to the emergency room, and they was like, you know, like it's possibly cancer. And then like coming from, my grandmom had cancer, and my other grandmom died from cancer. It was like. It was like it hurt. Like I came out crying. I remember that day. I came out crying. Left Crawford Lawn, or they call it what's it called? It's still called Crawford Lawn. Emory or whatever, Midtown, and I just was crying because I was like, I kind of knew I had it, so I had to get surgery. They had to remove the tumor from They found out it was attached to my heart, like my chest.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like close to my heart. It was like, you know, like it was serious. So they removed it, and to basically get a test, like to get a like a sample.
A biopsy?
But, yeah, a biopsy. Yeah, but they just removed the whole thing. So when they tested, you know, I was like tubes coming up my chest and stuff, and I was waiting on the test, and then I was like, well, it's probably not cancer. Then, you know, like probably a week later, they told me it was like lymphoma. You got lymphoma cancer, and that shit was like the worst thing ever.
Lymphoma.
Yeah.
That sounds like something to do with a lymph node.
Yeah, it was a bunch of lymph nodes put together. That's what the tumor was. It was a bunch of lymph nodes.
Now, what stage?
It wasn't even at no stage. So I caught it real early, cause it didn't spread. But the only thing is, it was like near my
heart,
near my pancreas, and near my spine. They had to get bone marrow samples, which was like pretty fucked up.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, it really is. So I went through chemo. So find out, you know, my grandma had cancer again. So we going through the same, you know, hospital pretty much, you know, week by week. You know, she was like my best friend, you know, like sweet lady. Give me a minute. Nah, just keep rolling. It's cool. She was cool, you know. So end of the story. I survived. She didn't, you know.
And that was her second time with cancer.
Yeah.
Same type of cancer in the same spot?
It was kind of worse. Yeah, it was kind of worse. But it was spread. It was doing good, but it just spread it last minute. And
so it was her original cancer coming back again?
I think it was a different kind. I really don't know, honestly. All I just heard was cancer, and like, you know, so I'm bald-headed, you know, like, you know, from cancer, and we both bald-headed, so, you know, like, we would just hang out, you know. I love my grandma. My grandma was my best friend. Like, she the only one that, like, actually knew what I was doing, like, with the comedy, and, like, you know, like, knew I was trying to be, like, do something on my own, because I didn't want to follow in my dad. Well, I want to follow my dad's footsteps, but he left a big footstep for me to follow in. So, but she knew, like, I love to do what I do. So, you know, she died, and after she died, I had my last treatment, and, you know, I was free from cancer. And sometimes, like even today, like I think she should have stayed and I should have went. It should have went the opposite way. Cause like she was like the heart of our family, you know, like true grandma, like cooked every Sunday. Like I even still say it's my grandma's house, you know, like even my granddad stay there. I don't give a fuck. That's grandma's house, you know. Yeah, so after, you know, cancer, it's just the hardest thing with cancer is the treatment. And the second hardest thing is everybody looking at you like you at your funeral. That's like the scariest shit. Like everybody like got putting an expiration date on your life. Like that's pretty fucked up. I'd rather fucking get my dick cut off and fuck with it in the ass than go through cancer again.
Wow, that's a strong statement.
Yeah. And it's not even the cancer part. It's really the chemotherapy. Like, that shit make you sick. And then some people didn't even know I had cancer because, like, I got a good spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, some days, like, even when I don't feel like it, nobody, like, some of my close friends didn't know I was going through cancer. Like, DJ, like, I'll still go party with him and help him promote at Blue Cantina. And he didn't find out until, like, you know, like, when I'm about to be, you know, saved, you know, about to be in remission. I was like, yeah, I just don't, you know. When I had cancer, that was just, like, one of the, just scary. And then, like, after my grandma died, that shit just, it's just scary. Like.
Well, there was one point where you lost your hair.
Funny story about that. My grandma lost her hair first because she went through radiation, and they said I might lose my hair. So I noticed it falling out, so I cut my hair so I can be like my grandma. So, you know, so she wouldn't feel out of place. But it's kind of unfair because she had wigs and shit. So I was like, you know, left baldy. But I cut my hair all the time too. So it's like, I was just like, okay, cool. Then when my hair grew back, the best thing about cancer, there is a good plus. Your hair come back Puerto Rican as fuck. You be looking daddy-ish as fuck. Like, that shit be lit. I was pulling hella hoes. Like, everybody thought I had a perm. I was like, nah, bitch, this cancer. But, yeah, that's the only good part. That's, like, really the only good part.
I feel guilty for laughing at that.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. I tell people, like, if somebody hate on me, I tell them to die from cancer sometimes. Like, if they really legit hate on me, if they call me fat or they call me, like, out of my name, I say die from cancer. And they be like, oh, that's so mean. I was like, well, I experienced it, so, yeah, I really mean that. You know, like, but I talk shit, so.
Obviously, when people talk about cancer and they say chemotherapy and stuff like, and you did chemotherapy and radiation?
No, I didn't do radiation.
Okay. Some people have to do both?
Yeah, some people have to do both. Some people just do one or the other. Sometimes they can just laser it off. Like my shouts out to Latoya Chen. She had a laser surgery, so she don't have to go through no treatment. Cause sometimes it's really not the cancer, it's the treatment. Like, you know, like chemotherapy. Like my nails turned black. Everybody thought I painted my nails black. I was like, no, I'm sick. Like I got darker. The only time I didn't look like. Then after chemotherapy, you come sick as fuck. Imagine in that moment, you about to throw like, imagine that moment for like 12 hours. That's how I
throwing up
feeling? Yeah, like you don't throw up, but it's like you about to, like that moment.
I hate that feeling.
Yeah. Imagine that for like 12 hours or to 3 days. Like, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Cancer is a fucked up person. Chemotherapy is a fucker up more person. Or a fucked up more person, yeah.
Now, when it comes to cancer, that can be a very costly thing.
Yes.
How does health insurance, medical bills, how did that all work for you? You were under 25, so I'm assuming you might have been under your parents' plan?
Yeah, I was under my parents' plan. I was about to say, finesse way, nah. But, nah. Yeah, I
You
was
are
under my
not
mom.
finessing a hospital.
Oh yeah, well you haven't
There's
seen
no
mom.
finessing that.
You haven't met my mom. Yeah, my mom, she took care of me. Like she's a doctor. Well, she got a doctorate degree, so she know how to do the best medical plans, and like she put me up under her, and I was good.
So you had health insurance.
Yeah, Kaiser Permanente.
Still, with any health insurance, there's still deductibles that you have to pay.
Yeah, my dad paid for that.
Mm.
Yeah, my dad's, he's...
So you still do come out of pocket, but with health insurance, you don't come out of pocket as much as if you didn't.
Health insurance is way better.
I did an interview with Boosie Badass, and he had cancer of one of his kidneys, I believe. And he didn't have any health insurance, and he didn't really know anything about health insurance. And he found out the hard way when, I can't remember exactly how the story went, the details of it, but he was feeling pain, he went to the hospital, found out he had cancer of his kidney or something along that line, or right around there. And they told him to cut him open and have surgery. It's going to cost him $100,000.
Yeah, it can be.
He
like
paid
that.
for it in cash, and he got surgery within like that same week or week after.
Yeah.
Obviously went right through the line because he paid in cash, but had he had health insurance,
it would have probably been like $8,000, $10,000.
it wouldn't have cost him that much.
No.
So, people out there that don't have health insurance,
Get it.
Can you imagine finding out you have to pay $100,000 worth of stuff, and you might not be at the luxury to fundraise in time, or get money from friends and family, or might be in a tight money situation where you can't get that money up, and there can be some grave consequences with that.
It really is. It really is. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, I'm just glad I'm blessed to not even go through that. I'm just blessed for my mom, because she the only one that put me on her health insurance. So I'm glad she did that. Like, really glad.
You have two grandmothers?
Well, I had two grandmothers, yes.
You had two grandmothers. Each had cancer? Do you know what cancer the other one had? What type?
Nah. Well, my other grandma, she died when I was like 12, 13. So I wasn't really like...
She died of cancer?
Yeah, she died of cancer.
And then this recent grandmother died of cancer?
Yeah, while I was going through cancer.
Now, with the cancer that you had, is that common for somebody your age to have?
I wouldn't say it's common, but it's the more treatable. Meaning, like, the doctors was more like, oh, you're going to be fine. Like, it's like you got a high % chance of, we go through chemotherapy, it'll go away forever. So that's what it was like.
But is there a reason why you got it in that spot, or you got it at that age? Is there any thinking behind that?
Honestly, smoking hookah. I was smoking hookah, like, when I was...
Smoking hookah can give you this?
Yeah. It's got tobacco in it, and it's way worse than black and mild. Like,
and this is a tobacco-related type of cancer thing?
I don't know. I never told, because I was still with my parents. They didn't like me smoking, so. Well, I'm just saying, in the back of my mind, you said in the back of my mind what would probably cause it? Smoking hookah and drinking a lot. I used to drink and smoke a lot, like, Keith, like, shit crazy.
I seen a documentary called What the Health, and they have found research where food may be linked to cancer, and food may be linked to diabetes. And specifically, they say that animal meat, animal-related food like dairy, is found to link some cancers and some diabetes.
I believe that, because I was like a #1 fan of McDonald's before cancer.
So you do eat a lot of animal foods like meats and cheeses and dairy products and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah.
Did you lose a lot of weight with this? I mean, you're a big guy now.
Yeah.
But were you bigger than this?
Honestly, I was way bigger when I was, would you say I was way bigger, like 21, 20-ish? I was way bigger. I lost a hell of a lot of weight.
Because of the chemo stuff?
Yeah. No, because of the cancer. The chemo actually made me gain my weight back.
Oh, I didn't
because
know that.
They put steroids.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I was taking it like for a year straight, so I got you know,
Nice.
big.
How much weight did you lose with the cancer?
Oh, I was down at like 3 something. Now I'm back at like 4 something.
And how much were you originally?
I was
21.
pushing 5 before, but I don't do stupid shit. Like, you know, I eat like my share of fucking food, but not like I used to. I used to eat like McDonald's, Burger King, like probably like every 3 hours. Like, you know, like, cause I was just like Waffle House late at night. Like I still do some of that sometimes, but I laid off. I try to get like, you know, meal preps and shit like that, like healthy shit.
Eating because you're depressed or emotionally tied to it, or you're just hungry?
I had an eating disorder when I was young.
You did?
Yeah.
What kind?
I don't know. It was just one of those, like, when I was depressed. Like, I just ate when I was
Emotional
depressed.
eating?
Yeah, and it was because my mom and my dad got divorced.
That started it.
Yeah, that started it.
And you were able to kick that?
That
That eating disorder?
Yeah, but I still like to eat. Like, see, somebody noticed something too. They was like, you don't eat bad. You eat just good. Like, I eat good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like spinach, but steak and, you know, like that. Like, I don't like to go to fast food restaurants. Like, I like to go to restaurants, sit down, talk. I'm more like that.
I know that when people do get cancer, they do change their eating habits.
Yeah.
Did you change your eating habits when you were diagnosed?
A little bit, yeah.
Did your doctor tell you to do anything different, or you just made that your own choice to just...
They told me to do stuff different.
What did they recommend? I'm just curious.
Just eat more like greens, eat more fruits, and that's what I've been doing because I used to hate fruits and vegetables. Now I can't. I love pineapple, I love grapes, I love like stuff like that, and I love smoothies. You know.
And I seen that documentary called What the Health, and it's talking about people that become vegan and have a plant-based lifestyle and how they don't have these type of issues, like, you know, these health issues, whether it's weight or, you know, cancer and stuff like that because of the way they eat.
True. Well,
I wonder if that has, it's just interesting to me that your doctor tells you to go to a, you know, more leafy, eat greens and juices, you know, smoothie stuff, you know, more of that stuff, and that's what the documentary preached, and they showed significant things. They showed people on that documentary that had to take, maybe like in their 60s, and they had to take all different types of medicine, prescription medicine, and when they started to change their diet from what they were eating to a plant-based diet, they actually cut their medication in half. There was a woman that had asthma. 2 weeks after she started the plant-based diet, she doesn't have asthma anymore. Her weight started to go. It just showed significant change in people with that type of change in diet. Yeah. Very interesting documentary.
I plan on eating right. I want to be honestly, I want to be at a place where I can like maintain it, because eating healthy, that shit costs a lot too. So I want to be at a level where I can maintain my money and then, like, you know, do it. Like, sometimes, like, I'll eat healthy for a week straight, and then sometimes I go back, and then sometimes I eat healthy, sometimes I go back.
On the wagon, off the wagon.
Yeah, on the wagon, off wagon. Because it's like, it's expensive, you know what I'm saying? And this is real talk. It's like really fucking expensive.
You mean food, period?
Like good healthy food.
Or good healthy food.
Good healthy food. Like, it's just expensive.
There are people that would argue that as well, saying that if you do certain things and you can get it cheaper than what it is. But, you know, that's for people to research.
True.
Okay. And just curious, with your weight, are people big in your family?
Yeah.
Or are you like the only kid that has this kind of weight?
No, we like the clumps.
I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, but what typically happens is that everybody go through this phase in our family. They get real big during their 20s, and they just lose it all in their 30s. Like my dad, my aunties, but they still big, but they lost, you know what I'm saying? Like my auntie Dubber, she used to be like Bernie size, you know what I'm saying? And she lost it. And then my auntie Mary, who's like been more than a mother to me. She used to be big too, like real big, but she just lost it in her 30s and 40s. And that's just like a family thing. Like my dad, he used to be scary big. Like my dad come in the room, you think he's like a part of the mafia. Like, you know, like he was like one of those type of guys. And he had like a natural resting bitch face. So he was like look mean as fuck. But the nicest guy you'll ever meet, but he'll look mean as fuck. Like you wouldn't say nothing to him, especially when he was big. And then he's like, he got down to like skinny. So it's possible.
I find it interesting that you had an eating disorder when your parents divorced. Were you ever made fun of for your weight?
Yeah.
Bullied for your weight?
Yeah.
That never bothered you?
Yeah.
It did.
It did bother me.
It's just shocking to me that the weight disorder, I mean the food disorder happened when your parents got divorced and not maybe when the bullying stuff happened.
The bullying stuff, how did I deal with the bullying? Okay, I'm gonna just be real. My dad was rich as fuck. So if I have a shit talking mouth. So I'm the nicest guy you ever meet. But if you talk bad about me, I will make you feel lesser than what you are. So my dad, he pulls up to in the cars in Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces. So I remember this one time, he was just so mad at me. He just calling me fat, you fat ass, fat, bitch, fat, you know, like all that. I'm like, dude, you about to go on a yellow school bus. I'm about to pull off in a yellow Lamborghini. Like, you know, you know, and then I pulled off in a yellow Murcielago, like dead ass, like.
Well, that makes it easy for you.
Yeah, that makes it easy, like, yeah.
But not somebody watching this, chances are they don't have their father in a yellow Murcielago.
Yeah, and my dad don't have it now. It's just that, you know, when he was balling, he was balling. And I was appreciative of that. And my dad, he still got money, but he just got old. He don't want the flashy stuff no more. He's like, you know, that's for y'all. And that would motivate me. My dad never gave me, like, the big head. He always let it known, this is my shit. Your shit, you gotta earn it. And that's why I'm kind of doing the comedy, because that's why I feel like I'm gonna get my Murcielago. Yeah.
Now, how did you, aside from, was there any other ways you dealt with the bullying and the weight stuff, aside from just talking, using your dad and talking shit?
No, I didn't use my dad. I just be like, you know, like, I just did that, like, I did that honestly like 3 times. I just be like, fuck you, I hope you fucking die. Or like, you know, cause they would never fight me cause I'm big. They'll always touch me and bully me. Only one fight I got into, and a dude snuck me, and he beat my ass. And that was 9th grade year, and that's like the horrible year because they remember that shit throughout high school. I remember that.
It travels with you.
Dante beat your ass in 9th grade. I remember they said that in graduate. I was so mad. We was walking across the stage, and they said, yeah, remember such and such beat your ass in 9th grade. And I was like, I hope y'all fucking become crackheads, you know, like. But I just usually just talk shit. And then I focus my energy elsewhere.
Somebody watching this, big person themselves, man or woman, getting bullied about their weight, what do you tell them? What's your advice?
My advice.
How do they deal with that?
Get rich on their bitch ass. Get successful on them. Whoever bullying you, say fuck them. Like, real talk. Because they ain't shit. If they talking about you, bruh, like, just keep grinding. If you want to change yourself, like me, I like being big, honestly. Like, I don't like being skinny. I like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, for somebody who's listening to now, don't let that discourage you from your goals and dreams. Always stay focused on your prize. Fuck what a hater think. If you fat, so what? Influence that shit. Like me, I influence my weight. Like, I know I'm fat. You know, like, that's not a fucking pop quiz, okay? I'm fat. Either you gonna do something about it or you gonna embrace it. And I just embrace it. You fat and you fucking beautiful. Fuck that shit. Fuck what everybody say. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. If you against me, fuck you. If you with me, cool. That's been my attitude for the past, like, life.